Hello everyone, my name is Chris Matthews and I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation on the dangers of social media. These are the references I used when gathering my information. I went ahead and put them up so that way you know who I was referring to when I came to it in the PowerPoint. Introduction discusses the different types of social media, Facebook, Twitter, and there's so many more out there that we use every single day. My generation has grown up with it, starting with MySpace and moving on to all this other stuff that people use now, and that's why I decided to do it. Many of you here are parents, so I'm going to start with the dangers that can happen to children. The internet can be a great place to expand the minds of children because you can look up any knowledge in a matter of seconds. A single click, and you can find anything you want. But it's a very dangerous place as well, because there's predators that can pretend to be anyone, any age, and lure your kids to go meet them or send pictures, whatever. In most child sex abuse cases, text messaging and social media have been a factor. It's from Haney, 2012. However, this isn't a cause to panic because there are ways to prevent it. Just speak to your kids, keep them educated, and monitor what they do from time to time. Communication and trust is a big issue. Just keep those two things going, and they won't try to hide anything from you. Oversharing is another huge issue, and that can happen to anybody no matter their age. You put up a picture, or you put up where you're going, every place you stop at, restaurants, coffee shops, where you work. You can get patterns and people can know where you're going to be, when you're going to be there, so they can know when to rob your house, or even and where to find you to rob you. Other dangers there's for employees. You share information you shouldn't, and you can get fired, you can lose your job, or you can share information that can damage the company you work for, such as proprietary information and that sort of thing. It's Davis, 2012. Okay, well, back to children because my PowerPoint messed up. But anyway, another big danger is cyberbullying. It's happening more and more. In the research I found, it shows 17% of students, these are teenage students, 17.4% are exposed to cyberbullying and know of it. And 15.5% of that 17% are the cyberbullies. This is a really big deal. And that comes from, I can't say those names, sorry. And this can be prevented simply by the kids telling their parents, the parents helping their kids to know what to share, what not to share, that sort of thing. We already covered this slide. Sorry. Now, another big danger on social media is misrepresentation of information. You can share a picture, or I can share a picture, or put up one of our own personal pictures, and then somebody can share it, and then it starts spreading all over the internet. Now, this might not be a terrible thing if it's just our friends and family, but if somebody sees it and they interpret it the wrong way, they can add a caption, comment on it, and it can go crazy from there because they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know the full situation behind a picture. An example of that would be using the police, because that's been such a big issue. The NYPD created a Twitter page to try to boost PR, get a good image of cops hugging the community, helping people in the community, but instead what happened was people would put up photos of people getting arrested and say it was extreme force, excessive force, and all that, and it ended up being a really huge disaster for the NYPD, and all because the information was misinterpreted. This can happen with our personal photos, and it can cost you your job, relationships, and even friends. In conclusion, like any other freely available technology we have out there, phones, social media, they're all linked together. There's people that are going to be out there and they're going to try to do harm with it. From bullying, losing your jobs, losing a competitive edge in business, or even just interpreting information the incorrect way. All of these dangers can be prevented by one simple factor, and that factor is knowledge. Know what you're doing, know how to use it, know how to be safe, and know when not to hurt somebody. And the reference this page one more time.